What's up, Myth fans? This is Para 73, and today I will be bringing you some Mythcast Blast to the Past 1999 games. That's right, folks, this game came out in 1998, had a feature for you to save recordings of your multiplayer and single player games, which has presented the opportunity to take a step back from where the game has come to and appreciate where it has once been. So the teams here today are Fellowship of Stoneheim in the pink and Glue the Moose. Right now it is a 7-on-4 game. Glue the Moose only fielding 4 of the players out of 7 maximum. The game is body count Trow, so we'll see some BC Trow action between these guys. Introducing the teams here: Fellowship of Stoneheim, led by El Bastard, and he's with Moliere, Pythos, Ballistic, Atkinson, Pooh Bear, and Cavern. And in the east, the black team, Glue the Moose, led by Caparoo. Next up is Tiger, Doraemon, and Rauco. Nice to see Tiger in this game. He was also part of Wenatus Immortals, or something along those lines. A team run by Red Phoenix, I believe, but Tiger was around in the mid to late 2000s. From time to time he would contribute prize money to the Myth World Cups and help make those events a little bit more than what they could have been, and I'd like to thank him for that. But we're going to jump into the game here as him and his 3 teammates are going to have the odds stacked against them here in this 7-on-4 game. And it looks like El Bastard will keep all 5 Trow for the Fellowship team. Caparoo, he's going to take all 5 Trow and his team Solus. I'm pretty sure he's in control of all of the melee here as well, aside from maybe 1 or 2 mercs. He has 86% of his team's army. And when you're playing BC Trow, this might not be a bad idea at all, especially when you're down players. The Warlocks tend to be, you know, micro-heavy units, even though they're just 1 or 2 units, because they're artillery, and you want to make sure they get the best shots off possible. So Cap's gonna have his teammates focus on that while he focuses on protecting them, keeping the enemy at bay, and letting his teammates do the work. I mean, El Bastard's doing pretty much a similar thing with his 5 Trow. Of course, doesn't look like he is in control of any Mercuridia or Solus, so he's gonna have to hope that the players in control of those units will be able to coordinate, as well as you know, cap his brain in control of all 3 of those unit types. Doraemon's kind of poking around here. None of these lock shots are going to hit. We have some river scouts, but no whites will be sunk in this game. And it doesn't look like there are any flanking scouts either. Cap is saying we got to win the lock fight here. And Atkinson is also pointing out their Warlock situation. Looks like there's some lag as well. Of course, the observer, being a butcher, he's down in New Zealand, commenting there's no lag that he can tell. And Rauco of Glue the Moose having some regrets. They did not sink any early whites, rather. I don't think Fellowship actually scouted the rivers either, so it seems like they would have been able to sneak at least one in. And Fellowship slowly pushing across the river here. It's going to spread their units out a bit. But Glue the Moose is backing them up and inviting them. Up in the north, we got 2 Trow on 1. Looks like El Bastard's Trow taking 1 or 2 punches there. So now it's 4 Trow mid, 4 FS, 5 Trow mid, 4 GTM. El Bastard's Trow north will be making its way back mid. Right now the score is only 5-0, and both teams still at 100% here, so they're holding on to their 10 points apiece, and I think GTM will get some points for the win there. If the game ended at 5-0, which I highly doubt it will. Save a lag out, but it's interesting how body type, game type really, at least the first couple of minutes, you're really trying to hold on to your 190%, and if the other team is going to make a mistake and you can easily clock them down, I mean, you'll only go into the end of the game with at least another point advantage. And it seems like, I don't know, sometimes a lot of the players in the Myth World Cup 99 games, I question their understanding of the game types, but then I have to factor in the fact there's this Myth World Cup scoring. It really influences how they're approaching it, so it becomes a combination of understanding both in motion. You know, the points come after, but they can directly influence decisions in the game, and Tiger and Cavern are like right next to each other. They're not going to shoot at each other. And Tiger's lagging a little bit, and that was definitely a scenario where one of these teams could have gone under 100%, if not both. The cactus is going to blow up right in front of Doraemon's face. See, Glue the Moose running out of room here. A 7-point damage lead for Glue the Moose. Now, keep in mind here, they're using the 1.3.0 or 1.3.1 patch, and this has the original damage counts for the units. So one unit trading value would be multiplied by 2.56, and that is how you get the damage from this game. I.e., you kill a thrall, it's worth about, would round up to 3 points. And we got a nice shot here. Tiger's Lock is going to go down. Same with Doraemon. Well done, Cavern. We got first blood about 8 minutes into the game. Cheering from one team. Some discontent from the other team. And looks like Cap is going to get aggressive and push FS back. He needs to get some room for his team. It's suffering from lag. Honestly, if Cap's not lagging, he should just pass this force off to Tiger or someone else. Rauku's stating it's impossible. The game's still 98-94, and FS has a small BC lead. Damaging your teammates' units will not cause any damage, but damaging your own units will cause negative damage. And El Bastard taking some free hits there. Putting the game within 13 points. I mean, we still have 3 minutes left. Both these teams are over 90% here. We'll have to see if they pick up the place or continue to play it nice and slow. Some close shots there. Cavern's Warlock sneaking into play here. Actually, not exactly sneaking. He's pretty much right in front of the GTM middle. Maybe we'll see some flanking out of Pooh Bear's lock. Once these locks have full mana, I mean, the front line for FS is now down some shots, but these teams mostly just keeping their opponents at bay. Yeah, Atkinson saying 2 minutes back off, watch for the charge, but I mean this game's so close right there. Tiger's gonna get a nice shot there on Cavern's lock. Or perhaps it was El Bastards. I mean, every time units drop here, there's lag, and it's like the teams can't build enough confidence to push each other because every time they do, there's a fucking lag burst. Unfortunate. 1 minute to go here. Will that be enough? And nope. Those shots are just a little bit out of the way of Cavern's lock. He's getting aggressive here. They want to get that lead back for their team. He's going to blow up a bunch of his own units instead. Uh-oh. And, Pythos poking just at his teammate Dorman. I think he's going to get the kill. I'm not sure if Moliere will. Yeah, looks like they'll take each other's Warlocks out. Now GTM has a pretty huge lead here. Just with that little bit of suiciding, makes quite a difference. As I said before, if you blow up your own units, which he was in control of those Marcridia there, I believe. Could be wrong, but caused a bunch of negative damage, and that's the end of the game there, folks. So team's taking it nice and easy here. I mean, Glue the Moose playing this really smartly and well. You know, FS kind of expecting them to rush at the end when Glue the Moose was down, but at the same time, if Glue the Moose does that, they kind of open up the opportunity for Fellowship to make the lead in winning and losing the game even larger. And what ends up happening is FS get impatient. They go to push, blow up their own units, lose some units in the exchange, and suddenly Glue the Moose has the lead instead. So pretty damn good play out of them. A 4-on-7 game there. Fellowship must be disappointed. Checking out the score of the match here. Fellowship will get 9 points for their percentages of 90% rounded down, and GTM will also get 9 points for 90% rounded down, but they do get an additional 5 points for the victory here. So this little differential right here, that last minute suicide and a couple of mistakes, is a 5-point swing out of Fellowship's favor into the Moose's favor. Let's check out the stats of the game here. Not much going on. Can't even see the damn line. I hate you, Kappa. No Kappa love here. What the hell? Because you see GTM gets the lead, but it's right at the very end here. They must break through. And or right over here rather. And in regards to kills, I mean, it's even across the board. This black line's right on top of the pink one. So yeah, between both teams, only 6 units killed on the map. However, Fellowship will take 4 losses, while Glue the Moose takes 3. For Glue the Moose, we got Caparoo. He's got 1 kill, 0 losses, 33 damage. Doraemon, 1 and 2, 31 damage. Tiger, 1 and 1, 26 damage. And Rauko, Zeros across the board for him. You can compare Rocco's stats to 3 players on the Fellowship: Atkinson, Ballistic, Pythos. Zeros across the board for those players. Pooh Bear coming in 0, 2, and 1. Losing 2 units, not able to net at 1 point of damage there. Moliere doing most, if not all, of the damage for Fellowship. I believe he had some Warlocks here, though looks like it might have been taken out now. And Cavern also doing quite a bit of work with his Warlock. 2 kills, 0 losses, 2 damage, and El Bastard going 0, 0, and 1. Unfortunate, folks. But that's just what happens in the game of Myth. Unpredictability is a factor. Fellowship might have wanted to back off and encourage that GTM push a little bit more. Maybe GTM would have made the mistake. But it was FS getting impatient and falling victim to their own push, sealing the deal, a 5-point lead for Glue the Moose. Well, and that is it for the cast of Game 1 between GTM and FS. Game 2 is up next. Desert Between Your Ears Flag Rally. We'll have to see if GTM can pick up another couple of players during the break. And we'll have to also see if Fellowship can come out with a win in next game and bring the lead in the match into their favor. This is Pyre73. Thank you all for watching, and GG, folks.